Hello everyone, Jeff here. This week I'd like to do a little bit of an update and just make a few general announcements. I'm not going to do any programming or anything like that. Originally I thought I would, but let's not do that. Instead we'll just focus on the announcements, and based on the title of this video, you're probably already wondering just what's going on. So the first thing that I'd like to announce is what we'd like to do is take the character creation system that we made for Intellia 0.4, I want to say, and we're going to package that up and make it a download that's available on the Intellia Game website so that the community can start downloading something, testing it, and giving us some feedback on what's working and what's not working so well on their computers. So I think that's very exciting. We've talked about doing that before, but we hadn't quite committed to it. So now we're going to commit to it in the next, I think next weekend we're aiming for. You'll be able to download that and check it out. So that's pretty exciting. I'm very excited to see what your feedback on that is. So moving on to the next announcement, we have two new members of our development team, Sam and then Gigi. Sam has been helping me for the last couple weeks now to develop the DirectX 11 renderer for the toy engine and ultimately Intellia. We've been using the DirectX 9 engine for far too long at this point, and I really want to move us on to DirectX 11. I didn't expect to be doing that until sometime next year. So thank you so much for Sam for offering to help out in the project, and hopefully we will get to see a faster, more effective renderer sooner rather than later. And then Gigi is going to be helping us creating characters and clothing concept art for the project. So I'm also looking forward to working more of her and seeing more of what she creates for the project. Now, another topic that came up this week, we had our monthly Intellia developers meeting. And in that conversation, we were talking quite a bit about the future of the Intellia website. The Intellia website is definitely very dated. We haven't been giving it nearly enough attention it deserves. And as we get closer to a point where we're going to start testing Intellia, I really want to give the website an overhaul to make it better reflect the current status of the project and make sure that some of the old and inaccurate, outdated information is being cleaned up and properly maintained so that everything on the website is accurate and up to date. So one of the questions that this raises is, what are we going to do with the Intellia forums? The forums have not received a lot of attention. They're not seeing a lot of use right now. And admittedly, a large part of that is because the game is not available for play. Making the character creation system available for testing may hopefully change that and let us get a little bit of a sense for how the forums might be used again. So we have a few decisions to make there. Are we going to keep the forums, maybe clean them and tidy them up a little bit, reorganize them? Are we going to remove them entirely and replace them with social media? There's arguments to be said either way in either case. And I would really appreciate the community's feedback on this. So if you go to IntelliaGame.com, right on the front homepage, there's a big blue link, you can't miss it, to the forum thread. I've also made sure that the sign-up form is fixed. It was broken there for a while. So anyone who's been trying to join the forum who wasn't able to, you should now be able to create an account and log in. And I would love to hear your feedback about what can we do with the Intellia forum so that we're making good use of that resource. And also, if you think that the forums no longer serve a purpose, let me know as well. I'd be interested in hearing your feedback either way. So let me know what you think. So I hope you all give a big welcome to our new developers, and of course, as always, a big thank you to you, the community, our developers, and our patrons who help support this project. It's really exciting to see the project growing like this and to see things really starting to pick up in speed. I can't wait to see what's next for Intellia. So I hope you enjoyed this week's update, and I hope you'll join us again next time. See you then. A special thanks goes to this month's Patreon supporters. If you'd like to support the project, you can do so by visiting www.patreon.com/Intellia.